He pleaded guilty to everything. The judge responded with 35 years in prison.
Let's get started. Mr. Williams, in cause number 26, DCCR 0312, you're charged with the state jail felony offense of unauthorized use of a vehicle, and that's from December 2nd of 2025. Your indictment alleges that you were previously convicted of possession of a controlled substance, a state jail felony, March 25th of 2002. And after that was final, you were convicted of possession of a controlled substance, a state jail felony, May 22nd of 2024. And how do you plead to that charge?
Guilty.
Speak up, please.
Guilty now.
And are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily?
Yes, ma'am.
And because you did what they charged you with? I need you to answer out loud.
Yes, ma'am.
And are those prior two convictions true?
Yes, ma'am.
In cause number 26 DCCR 0313, which counts are we going on that case?
See.
Mhm.
Uh,
I printed the first three.
there's a have listed as a habitual, but there's only one additional felony alleged there. I don't know if I didn't file a notice to enhance a standalone. Yes, I did.
Yeah, so
I filed a standalone notice in all of the cases to enhance him.
Is he pleading to all those counts?
Yes, ma'am.
So with the minimum of 25?
Yes, Judge.
Okay, so hold on a second.
It may.
Let's go back to,
I was going to suggest maybe refer to the notice of enhancement that I filed. I don't know if it would make it easier that way.
I'm going to go back to the cause number ending in 0312. It's the one you just pled guilty to. It had those two prior state jail felony offenses listed in the indictment. The state has also filed a notice of intent to use prior convictions to enhance. And in that, they allege that you were also previously convicted of the second degree felony offense. No, hold on. Prior convictions, there we go. Of possession of a controlled substance. It doesn't say what level offense that is, but that's the one from July 30th of 2003. What level offense is it?
He received 5 years sentence on that, Judge. Let's see. To be clear, to be specific, it was, looking at the judgment now, a first degree felony.
So that conviction, again, of possession of a controlled substance from July 30th of 2003, which was a first degree felony. Is that true or not true?
Yes, ma'am.
And then there's also an allegation of a conviction from March 11th of 2008 that you were convicted in the United States District Court for the Eastern District of Texas of the offense of felon in possession of a firearm. And is that also true? And so what that means is that for punishment purposes, in this case, the punishment range would be that of a second degree felony, which is between 2 years and 20 years. Is that your understanding?
Yes, ma'am.
And again, did you enter your plea of guilty and true to those prior convictions freely and voluntarily? Yes. All right. And cause number 26, DCCR 0313. You're charged with unlawful possession of a firearm by a felon, third degree felony from December 2nd of 2025. The indictment alleges you were previously convicted of possession of a controlled substance, a first degree felony, July 28th of 2003. And then the notice of intent to enhance alleges that same prior that we already talked about, which is the felon in possession of a firearm case, which was the federal case from March 11th of 2008. How do you plead to this charge?
Guilty, ma'am.
And again, are those prior convictions true?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you plead guilty and true freely and voluntarily?
Mm-hmm.
And in this case, that makes the punishment range that of a habitual offender. Is that everyone's understanding?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
In cause number 26 DCCR 0314, you're charged with the second degree felony offense of abandoning or endangering a child within placing them in risk of imminent bodily danger. And that's a second degree felony from December 2nd of 2025. And how do you plead to that charge?
Guilty now.
And then that indictment also alleges that you were previously convicted of possession of a controlled substance, a first degree felony, July 28th of 2003. In addition, that notice of enhancement alleges that prior conviction of felon in possession of a firearm, making this habitual punishment. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
And again, are those prior convictions true?
Yes.
Cause number 26 DCCR 0315, you're charged with the state jail felony offense of theft of a firearm. And that's from December 2nd of 2025. That indictment alleges those prior state jail felony convictions, the possession of a controlled substance from March 25th of 2002. And then after that was final, the state jail offense, possession of a controlled substance from May 22nd of 2024. In addition, there's the two prior felonies that are listed in the notice of enhancement, the felon in possession of a firearm, as well as the possession of a controlled substance, which was a first degree felony. And how do you plead to this charge?
Guilty now.
And again, are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily?
Yes, ma'am.
And also, are all those prior convictions true?
Yes.
And then finally, in cause number 26 DCCR 0316, you're charged with a first degree felony offense of aggravated kidnapping from December 2nd of 2025. And how do you plead to that charge?
Guilty now.
And that alleges in the indictment the prior offense of possession of a controlled substance, a first degree felony, July 28th of 2003. In addition, there is the notice to enhance that alleges the prior felon in possession of a firearm from March 11th of 2008. And are all of those prior convictions true?
Yes, ma'am.
And that for punishment purposes makes this a habitual offender, correct, everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you enter your pleas of guilty and true in all of these cases, freely and voluntarily?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you plead guilty in each of the cases because you actually did what they've charged you with?
Yes.